We're at Brookside Bowl for the taping top 10 9th annual prep division. With me is Jim J.J. Johnson. And this is David Brown from First State. David, 11-year-old, finished the season with a 154 average. Bowls in the TNBA juniors at First State. High series 255, high game 255, high series 621.
That was about real nice there. Two good shots, two decent shots there.
Took first place in the Wilmington YABA singles event. And now we get to see Lee Vanderhoef. That name sounds familiar to Brookside.
Yeah, about it.
10-year older.
I think he's been bowling 10 years.
I think so. He says 4, but I wonder about it. His final average was also 154. He bowls at Brookside.
Yes, he does.
That's strange.
Every day.
High game 245, high series 649.
We're all even.
Took singles and state team, doubles, all events, 2 years, scratch all events, 2 JBT titles, the JBGA championship, which he rolled on TV, by the way, so he's got the advantage on theory.
Home court advantage, as they say.
Matter of fact, he beat Jeff Clark on TV for the JBGA championship.
It must have been a while ago.
2 years. 2 years, yeah. You get a look at tape of Lee when he bowled then, and a shot of him now, and you can definitely see a big improvement in his game. Cut the number of steps down by about 5, I think.
Well, he got a little taller.
yeah, that could be. There's David Brown. He's been bowling for 6 years. Goes to Gunning Bedford. Everybody in his family bowls, and he got into bowling by watching the pro bowlers on TV.
Definitely comes through the ball clean. Mixed them up, but no 7, so we'll have to make the spare.
He qualified in 3rd place with a 10-11 for 6 games. 526, 485. $250 scholarship on the line for first, 100 for second. Lee Vanderhoef, he was the tournament leader. Had a 1092 for the 6, 553 and a 539 series.
That's a good ball. Okay. We got David leading by, what, 4 pins in the second frame?
Close match. Close. That's what we like. We like to see him that way.
And a good spare by Lee.
In the first match of the semifinals, David Brown had a 177 versus David Atchley's 120. And in the second match, 165 for David and 160 for Scott Jaquin. So he bowled rather well today.
Yes, he is. Let's continue that. Lee's just sending the ball out a little too wide.
There's our 5 count.
Yes,
again.
that bucket with the handle, it's left a lot. The world's carrying down on the lanes now because of the lights and the amount of bowling we've had. And that's why someone got to go kind of straight up and not give it as much room. And Lee's just hurrying every shot now. He's got to square up a little and get his head straight and think about what he's supposed to do.
Good ball for David, keeping it in play.
Keep it in play and relatively, an easy spare. Can't get any easier.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
That was in jest.
I can miss that numerous ways. I have done so.
Probably bounced over it a few times, haven't you?
I think in my youth I did that. There's one way. That's one way to miss it.
Nevertheless, David's got a 9-pin lead, I think.
It's a close game.
Still anybody's game.
Now, First State has a strong program with their TNBA league.
They do. They have a lot of coaches and a lot of support for that league. Yeah. That's where I started.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did.
Way back.
When they still
Almost
made
20
them out of
years
rocks.
ago.
When they still made them out of rocks. Ooh, just barely. That's the 5th.
That means it's time for a break. We'll be back right after this. And we're back with Lee Vanderhoef in our youth top 10 tournament, the prep division.
Lee's ball's still not getting up high enough to the head pin. He's still sliding by.
Difficult spare.
He's got to square up and give us a run here.
Ran into problems on that.
Oh, he's got to get his head together here and do something between that last ball and that washout he just left, and maybe find something before he runs out of paper here. That's a little better. He got too much hook that time, but that's the right idea. Can't get a strike if you don't hit the head pin. And left himself a tough spare.
I'm sure Lee's parents, Cliff and June, are both in the background here watching.
Impatiently.
See how he does. Yeah, 245 and 649 are his highs.
I'm sure they're behind him 100%.
And he got interested in bowling by watching the pros on TV.
Maybe someday his mom, huh?
Yeah, that could be. He's a foreigner, of course. He's from Maryland. Will be going to Rising Sun next year. Greatest influence on his bowling has been his parents. David Brown. Tough shot.
Yep, slid by. Didn't allow for any room and didn't get any room. Tightens it up. It's under a 10-pin lead here.
Real close. David's parents are David and Anise. Has a sister, Davida.
There's a good shot by David. Good shot, 4-pin. Keeps his lead with a spare. 7th frame. Good pickup by David.
Looks like somebody's done some coaching with him.
Yeah, he's throws the ball real good and stays behind it. Has decent form and great timing, which is important. He's just getting a little fast, not getting as much back end as he would like, or as he's expecting.
11 pins difference here. That's your favorite shot, isn't it?
I hate that spare. I dread that spare to win a match. As you can see, another way to miss it, which Lee did not need there. He's got to take his time. He's still rushing. Of course, it's not easy up there. It's
No,
got a lot of lights,
camera, oil,
money.
people. money.
A lot of things to put up with. And the time.
Almost as bad as being a Pro Bowler.
Okay. I got a break crossed over. Should be an easy spare for Lee. Keep him close in the match. Really got good concentration. You see his eyes. He watches the ball all the way down the lane, which you're supposed to do. You don't take your head off the ball. Watch it cross every board. And he does that.
Yeah, David Brown coming up in the 8th.
Slide by.
There's your shot again.
Thanks, Gary.
See if David has better luck with it than Lee did.
Yeah, more than I do or than anybody else. It's just not a fun spare. They don't hear us talking, so they don't know that.
That's another way of doing it.
That's another way. I want to see ways to make it all the time, not ways to mess it up. I already know all them ways.
Yeah, seen them all. Well, that tightened the game up a little bit. Got 10 pins.
There's a good shot by David. Ooh, solid 10. He threw it nice in the pocket.
Yeah, he did what he wanted to do.
Yes.
The pins didn't do what they wanted to do. What he wanted them to do.
That's right. I'm going to go cross lane and make the spare and see what Lee does in the 9th and 10th. Lee can get up and make a couple shots and put some pressure on David. Oh, Dave, not that.
He's leaving things open here.
Yes, he is.
Makes the game interesting, I'll say that.
Puts Lee close here in the 9th. Really close. He could take the lead with a good count here in the mark.
Yes, he could.
Send it wide. Here it comes. Ooh, didn't get the mix. Got 9 in a little shake there.
No, he gets his spare. He can be right in the game.
He takes the lead with spare and 9. Spare and 8.
First, you got to get the spare.
Yes. He's
and that's it.
Yeah, we got a close match. He slowed that last ball down and finished a little better for him.
Yes, he did. Well, when you're 10 years old, you get anxious.
This is the pair he beat me on. I bowled against him in the junior adult league.
Oh, yeah?
He beat me on this pair. So. Maybe it's one of his favorites. I don't know. Certainly.
Certainly isn't yours,
right?
Got lucky. Got lucky. But you got to have some of that, too.
That's true.
You can put 12 balls in the pocket. That doesn't mean you're going to get a 300. I wouldn't know. I've never got 12 balls in the pocket, but I know you have.
A couple times.
I get as many Brooklyn strikes as I do in the pocket. I won't ask for a comment on that.
No, I want no comment. I never see leave a 5-pin.
5 pin. I don't want to. I don't want to hear about that.
Okay.
That's embarrassing when you miss a 5 pin when you think about it. You're shooting at a target. You've got to miss the target by almost 3 feet.
Good spare by
to
Lee.
Miss the 5 pin.
That makes David Brown double in the 10th to win.
152 for Lee Vanderhoef.
Now he has to sit and watch.
That's the worst part.
Yes, it is. David's close and Lee's the winner. Best David could do is 149.
Good
Lee's
match,
got 152. Yes, it was. Tight all the way through.
He ran out of steam the last couple frames, and that's what hurt.
No one gave in. Who took it? Lee took it this time anyway. But
good spare.
I'm sure they'll both be back.
Close match. Close match.
it is, 148.
Good finish. 148-152. Lee Vanderhoef is our winner in our prep division of the 9th annual Youth Top 10 tournament. We'll be back with more of the Bowlers Gazette right after these words.